What's up, everybody? It's your boy I here, back for another video for you guys here on the Yankee Blue YouTube channel. Once again, thank you for your investment of time in my channel. Today, I wanted to do just a quicker news video. I'm gonna try to keep this one under 10 minutes because I ramble. When it comes to Chelsea, I can talk forever. So I'm gonna try to keep this one under 10 minutes. Just a quick Chelsea news video today. Only two stories that I wanted to talk about in this particular video. So let's dive right in. First story, Jamie Vardy linked to Chelsea in the news recently. I'll let you know how I feel about that in a little bit. But Dean Jones was the person to break the story a few days ago. Have not listened to the particular podcast that he broke the news on, called the Chasing Green Arrows. Sorry, it's actually a YouTube channel. Chasing Green Arrows YouTube channel, where he broke the news that Jamie Vardy is of interest to Chelsea. Being that Chelsea are looking for new forwards this offseason. We signed Raheem Sterling already, but apparently Jamie Vardy is one of the names that are on the list, because Chelsea do still need attackers. That is for sure. Now, excuse me. Now, now I can give you my thoughts and opinions on this Jamie Vardy link. Hard pass, in my opinion. Listen, it's not that Jamie Vardy is not a good player. Obviously, every Premier League fan should know about how legendary Jamie Vardy is to the Premier League. The fact that his goals carried Leicester to him and Riyad Mahrez's goals, frankly, carried Leicester to and Shinji Okazawa and other guys on that team. But anyway, Jamie Vardy was a very important part of that Leicester Premier League title-winning team a few years ago. We all know how astronomical those odds are. I believe 5,000 to 1 for Leicester City to actually win the Premier League that year. So Jamie Vardy is a Premier League legend as far as I'm concerned. However, that doesn't mean that a 35-year-old striker that's been struggling to really make a big impact for Leicester the last few years, that doesn't mean that he should be the leading man at Chelsea. Definitely not, in my opinion. He still got the pace. That's Jamie Vardy and pace are two match made in heaven, frankly. God really blessed him with that talent, in my opinion. But I just don't think that the other parts of his game have fallen off as his pace is starting to wane. I don't think he's good enough with his back to goal, which is clearly what a thing that Tuchel wants from his strikers, to be able to play very well with their back to goal, be involved in the build-up play and creating chances for the other forwards and midfielders in attack. And I just don't think that that's an element to Jamie Vardy's game right now that would be of a positive influence on Chelsea. So Jamie Vardy, no thanks, but no thanks, in my opinion. So next story, I actually saw this one a few days ago on various different YouTube channels, but Brazilian Wonderkid, his name is Endrick, 16-year-old, plays for Palmeiras right now, I believe, in Brazil, and he's been making a name for himself. As Brazilian starlets do. We all remember, well, I'm not sure if everyone remembers, but we all know now how good of a player Vinicius Jr. is, and it was the same kind of thing with him a few years ago. Real Madrid signed him as a young teenager, and by the time he got to Real Madrid and he started training with the team, he quickly became the talent that he is today. It only took him a couple years, and now he's known as one of the hottest young forward prospects in all of European football right now. So yeah, I'm personally hoping that Chelsea is the team that gets to sign Endrick, and we can have the next young Brazilian superstar in our ranks. So yeah, apparently, according to Sport Witness, which is my source for this story, Sport Witness has said that the player and his camp are talking to other clubs right now Real Madrid is one of them. Obviously, you know, they just signed Vinicius, so we're just talking about him. So natural that they would be have their scouting system focus a little bit on Brazil. That's one of the things that Real Madrid does. But apparently, the Chelsea project, according to Sport Witness, the Chelsea project is of particular interest to Endrick and his parents because of I don't know exactly. I haven't read the article, but when I see a headline saying that the Chelsea project is of interest to a player in his family, I think that means that the player is looking at the whole what's the word I'm looking for? The whole circumstance behind what's going on at Chelsea. Obviously, everyone knows that we were forced to sell the club from Roman Abramovich to Todd Bowley earlier this year, and that's caused a lot of chaos. However, what Clear Lake Capital and Todd Bowley have done since the acquisition of Chelsea Football Club, apparently the project is what they're working on, how their vision of Chelsea, you know, 3, 4, 5 years down the line, is of interest to Endrick and his family. So that can only mean good things. And I'm knocking on this wooden board that I got right next to me here in CSB Studios. I'm hoping that Chelsea can be the one to sign him, because that would mean that we've got another potential superstar on our hands. Cobham is known for being one of the best academies in the world, if not the best. I think it's the best. Obviously, I'm biased. But let me know what you think in the comments of Cobham and our history of putting Premier League caliber players into the ether of the greater football landscape. We're known for having wonder kids. We're known for producing top talent. So I don't see why taking a young talent, poaching him from Brazil, bringing him into what is the most successful, well-managed academy in England right now. That could only do well for him, and with the training, with the education that he would get at Cobham, and the regular education, the training, and then the football education as well. That's the other thing that Cobham is really known for. You see, I put a short out on Ian Matson yesterday. Ian Matson, another Chelsea Academy graduate, but you see what he's doing down in the championship now. Another one, I talked about Jamal Musiala the other day. He was formerly in Cobham, and you see him balling out for Germany. Balling out for the German national team already at his young age, only 19, and for Bayern Munich. But the thing that I'm talking about here is the versatility of each of the particular prospects that come out of Cobham. The Cobham football education that you get, you know how to play multiple positions to a high level when you graduate Cobham, so that you're prepared for whatever kind of career could come your way as a prospect. If Endrick was brought in, somebody who's already seen as one of the most talented 16-year-old attackers in the world, if we could bring him into Cobham, I think that he would develop into an incredibly versatile forward that could possibly win us titles in a couple years. So who knows? So that's my thoughts and opinions on Endrick. I really hope he signs. It would be great for another young star to join Chelsea and try to make his way in London. So that's my video for today. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on Endrick. Whether or not you think he should sign for Chelsea. Let me know what you think about the Jamie Vardy links, whether or not he should sign for Chelsea, whether or not we should go for him, how you think he fits in the squad, because I don't think he's going to do that well if he signs for us. So that's about it for me. I will see you again very soon, and have a good one.